NBA scores that look fake but are 100% real. Back in April of 1999, the Miami Heat were facing off against the Chicago Bulls in a regular season game that, on paper, seemed like it would be just another matchup. The Bulls were coming off their legendary dynasty years, but this was their first season without Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, or even Phil Jackson, so the team was almost unrecognizable. Meanwhile, the Heat were a tough defensive squad led by Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway, and they were fighting for playoff position in a season that was already weird because of the lockout, which meant teams were playing fewer games and everyone was still getting used to the new normal. But what happened in this game is something that still shocks NBA fans today. You see, the Bulls were struggling all season, but nobody expected what was about to happen on their home court as the Heat came out with a ton of energy and immediately started locking down the Bulls on defense, and by the end of the first quarter, Chicago had only scored 8 points, which was already a really bad sign. So the Heat just kept building their lead, and the Bulls kept missing shot after shot as the crowd in Chicago started to realize they might be watching something historic, but not in a good way. But the way the game kept getting worse for the Bulls is honestly hard to believe. The thing is, by halftime, the Bulls had only managed to score 23 points, and it was clear that nothing was working for them. Meanwhile, the Heat were playing their usual physical style and getting whatever shots they wanted, so the gap just kept growing. Then, in the third quarter, the Bulls only put up 10 points, and neutral fans started to actually cheer for them not to reach 50 points, just so they could say they witnessed the lowest scoring game in modern NBA history. But what happened in the final minutes is what really made this game unforgettable. As it turns out, Chicago fans actually started booing their own team as the Bulls set a bunch of records, like the fewest field goals made in a game and one of the worst shooting percentages anyone had ever seen, ended up finishing the game with just 49 points, the lowest ever in the shot clock era, while the Heat scored 82 points.